Their stories of living with a severe mental health problem and how this affects them, including men and women from the armed and emergency services. And I just wanted to share Bob's story with you. Bob started off in the police service in Liverpool and then went into the prison service. After 20 years or so, he said he started to experience the need to escape from the cells and inmates by locking himself into the restroom for a few minutes. Over the years, this graduated to cluster headaches and a full-blown anxiety and panic attacks, and after a period of sick leave, he left the service. The attacks continued though, and eventually he sought psychiatric treatment where he was declared disabled by virtue of debilitating anxiety attacks. The degree of disability fluctuated, but at times he said it was so severe he would literally run from a shopping centre into a car just to feel safe. He said he wanted to work, but when he went for a job interview, he had an attack in the car, and by the time he got home, he could barely function at all, hyperventilating and completely unable to move. It is people like Bob that these new regulations will deny support to. These changes to PIP have come on top of significant cuts to our social security system, with support for disabled people being particularly targeted. Scope has estimated the impacts of the 2012 Welfare Reform Act alone will have seen nearly £30 billion of cuts in support to 3.7 million disabled people. Next week, as we've already heard, another £30 a week will be cut from disabled people who are found not fit for work in the ESA RAG group, and for those on the UC limited capacity to work component. The disabled community is tired of this government's rhetoric. They want and need to be treated with dignity, not plunged further into poverty, and there's plenty of new evidence to show this is exactly what's happening since 2010. Will the Minister now publish a cumulative impact assessment of all tax and social security changes and the impact it has and will continue to have on disabled people? For some time now, there has been growing concern about the way PIP is working. Why does systemic issues with PIP see 65% of those who appeal to the tribunal succeed? Over a quarter of all PIP assessments are challenged and referred for mandatory reconsideration, with the majority of these decisions changed. So why can't we get these assessments right first time? And more